screen, my laptop, and my iPhone is my TikTok is on my iPhone. All right, so that's the first thing. When you go live, and lives are really important, but the idea is to know who your ideal customer is. So the one thing I want to talk about first is welcome. My name is Mary, and would love to know where you're from, what part of the country, what part of the world you're in. And that's one of the amazing things about this technology is that I can reach someone not only in the US, but in Europe, all over the globe without even leaving my office. So that is a huge part of going live and creating videos. So if you have an online business or you want an online business, you absolutely need to get it in your mind that you're going to have to create videos and or go live. The only exception to that is I would say wait until if you're just starting an online business. I'm going to give you some tips. So if you want to write them down, my goal is to really provide so much help for you today that it actually helps you make money. So you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to go anywhere, and you don't have to do anything, but just listen. So if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're miserable, this is for you. If you are successful in a 9 to 5, but you see that like your soul just feels like there's something more out there for you, and you just know it deep down, this is for you. So a little bit about me. I came to social media. I've tried some online courses, which are really, really good. I had great mentors. Unlike the horror stories you hear, I had some really great mentors. One of the reasons I had great mentors is because I researched the courses before I bought them, like really researched, not just, not just like what the course was, but what I was going to get out of it. And I had to know my why. Like, what do I want? Well, I wanted an online business that would work 24/7. I wanted live mentoring. I wanted, like, every time they upgraded the course, I didn't want to have to pay again. I wanted to have like lifetime access to all of the upgrades in the course. So those are a few things that I look for whenever I purchase a course. So welcome. Let me know in the comments where you're from. So if you could drop in the comments, what have you tried online? I have tried Shopify and made money there. I have started several successful businesses, and I still run one of them. Well, two of them actually. What I noticed though, here's my story. What I noticed is if you have a service-based business and you're following that service-based business model, you're going to probably run into what I ran into, where scaling it to the moon it was really difficult because I would have to invest so much money, more money, into scaling it. So for an example, I had a business where I did training, and I had an office and people would pay me and they'd come out and get certain training. But the problem with that is that it had to be in person because I had to certify them for their job. And that was fun. I got to meet so many great people, but the certification process, it was a 3-hour course. So whether I signed up one person or 6 people, it was still 3 hours, and I was away from home. So a big thing for me is I don't like leaving home. I like being home with my dogs. I like being home with my family, and I don't like having to drive 20, 30 minutes away and spend all that time and then come back and try and get caught up on everything else at home. So the service model, it was great, but I wanted to expand it. In order to expand that business, I would have had to have hired more trainers, probably a van to go, like a service van to go all over different cities to do the training. And that's a huge investment. So scaling that service model wasn't what I wanted to do, because it would take me even more away from home, and it would be more people to manage, and then I'd have payroll, and it was just not what I wanted to do. So I did eventually close that business. I had another business at the same time, which I could do. I could help people quit smoking with hypnosis. I could do it online via Zoom. And I love that business. Love it, love it, love it. Again, though, it's a service-based business. So I'm just giving you my background so you can understand that we have a lot in common. Hi, Boo Boo. How are you? So where are you from? So in my other service-based business, how many sessions can I do a day? Well, that's a limiting factor with the service-based business because I can only do so many sessions. So I did transition to group sessions, which is fabulous because everybody, it brought the cost down and people can quit smoking in that group session. And I can fill it up. I can do it over Zoom, and Zoom only charges me a set amount. And if I wanted to scale it to like 1,000 people in a session, I could just upgrade my Zoom, and it would give me more seats, right, available for people. So that's scalability. That's great. But a big problem with that is, I started a membership. So I learned how to do memberships and subscriptions. Like they subscribe to a certain membership and they get 30, 60, or 90 days. Part of it is I've experimented with both. The thing with the service-based business is, again, I have to be at a certain place at a certain time in order to do the group sessions, which I don't mind. If you know someone who is desperate to quit smoking, it's great that they don't even have to leave home to do it. So it's a huge service, but again, certain days and certain times are tied up and it's not flexible. So I love that business, but I kept thinking, what can I was looking for other income streams that were more like automated. All right. And so I came to social media because my dog got very sick and her name is Georgia and she needed lots of tests, lots of vet visits and some medication. And my budget, I could only do so many sessions a day. Right. And I can only, I was already overwhelmed and I needed another income stream. So I started looking at social media, just trying to do anything and everything to bring in another income stream. So what I found, I did a really good job of researching, and that's what I'm going to help you with today. Because if you are struggling to get an online business going, or maybe you have a service-based business, but it's not, you need more clients, more customers, because more customers, more clients means more money for you, more income for you. So I want to chat with you about some things to consider that could help you immediately to bring in more money. And I wish I had learned this earlier in my entrepreneurial journey. So one of the things that would have really helped me is to know how to scale the business that I'm in. So if you have a service business, just know that you can transition from single coaching sessions into group coaching sessions. So really quick, I just want to tell you, because I'm only going to be online for a short amount of time today. And drop a comment. You can always go to freedomdailypaybusiness.com if you want to get more info about, one second, to get more info about a business that's automated. And I'll show you that in a minute. Let me flip this one second. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me see if you can see it. No, it's backwards. One moment. Hang on. Okay. There we go. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah. freedomdailypaybusiness.com. Oh, it's all freedomdailypaybusiness.com if you want more information. All right. So let's keep moving forward because this is all about you and making more money. Here's what you need to know if you have an online business or you want an online business. You need a high ticket item and a really low ticket item because the people in the middle, they get crushed. This has been proven. This was on Shark Tank. This was a great example. And I learned from it. I thought someone else has to know about this. So I'm going to tell you all. You need a high ticket item, low ticket item. In my business, to do private coaching with me, that's my high ticket item because it's all customized around my customer. I customize everything. And here's the second thing you need to know. Giving more sessions, more coaching sessions, giving more product away, that is never a good idea. People want what's going to work in the shortest amount of time. In other words, if you were in need of dental care and someone said, I can fix it in 15 minutes, it's going to cost you $2,000, but it will not be a problem after that, and I can fix it in 15 minutes, assuming you had the $2,000, would you choose that, or would you choose the long way, which is 20 dental visits and you're going to be in a lot of pain for a month? So most people are going to choose the shortest path. So it's not any different in your service-based business. People want the shortest path to get their situation, their issue resolved. So if your issue is making money, the idea is, what's the shortest path you can take to get that income immediately? And this is something you can plug into your business right now. Make sure you have a high ticket item and a low ticket item. My low ticket item, and it doesn't mean low ticket doesn't mean, or low cost. Low cost in this sense doesn't mean low value. It just means I can offer group sessions to help people quit smoking at $198 or $220. And they can have a group session and they can have a membership for 60 days. And a lot of people are like, yes, that would be great, because they can quit in one session and use the other sessions to reinforce. So they can absolutely still quit in one session, just like the high ticket item, but it's not as much money. So that is a huge value for them, because the value doesn't change. It's just the model has changed a little. So what you can do today, if you already have a business, change your pricing. You'll make more, you'll be happier, you'll thank me. All right, the next thing we're going to move on is, who is your ideal customer? You have to know this. What is your ideal customer's struggles? In my business right now as a hypnotist, helping people quit smoking, I already know what their issues are. They fear that they're going to die if they don't quit. And we all know what happens if they don't quit. It's been proven. I don't even have to sell that. My point is, that you have to know more about as much about your customer as you do about yourself. So my customers are struggling. They've tried to quit. They've are desperate to quit. Every cigarette, they know they're closer to death. They know they're closer to an oxygen machine. They know that just walking out, collecting the trash cans can get them winded. They're afraid of dying. They want to quit. I also know that they've tried a lot of things that haven't worked for them. So I know as much about them as they know about themselves. So what is your ideal customer? If you have an online business, put it in the chat. What are your ideal customers' struggles? Hi, Lanny. How are you? Hi, So. Welcome. If you want to increase your existing business, this video or this live stream is for you. So let's recap. You have to have a high ticket product and a low ticket product. You can implement those today. If this is your own business, you can absolutely implement those today and start making more money. If you are making videos, well, if you're not making videos, you need to be making videos, but pick one platform. See, I tried to repurpose videos from one platform to another, and it was terrible because every platform is different. We know that TikTok is all about people who want things right now. They don't have a lot of time. They watch 30, if they watch 30 seconds, that's a long time. But on YouTube, it's totally different. People go there for how to. They expect to watch a 14-minute video. They expect to learn something. They're there for education. So if you try to repurpose from TikTok to YouTube, it's probably not going to work well, or vice versa. So if you're not making videos, you need to be. But before you just create a crappy video and upload it to YouTube or TikTok to say you've done it, here's some things that you absolutely need. See, I'm in a program right now which is teaching me all about digital marketing, all about how to track my ideal customer and talk to my ideal customer. And something that I've kind of struggled with, I'll be honest, but I've done a lot of research into who my ideal customer is. My ideal customer is not a 20-something who hasn't tried a few things and thinks that all they have to do is put up one video and it's going to go viral and they're going to make millions. That is not my ideal customer. My ideal customer is someone who has tried things online. They absolutely know that they can make money online because they see people doing it every single day. They just haven't found the thing that clicks for them yet. So who is your ideal customer? Tell me in the chat. And okay, so let's just keep going. So you need to know who your ideal customer is, and you need to make videos talking to your ideal customer. What are their pain points? What are their struggles? What makes them so frustrated they want to cry? My ideal customer is at a job they hate. Every day in the parking lot, they want to break down and cry. Every day before they log in from work from home, they want to cry because they know their day is going to take something out of them that they don't even have enough of. So I know that they're looking for something else. I know that they know that there's more in them than what their job is right now. And they've probably moved up through the corporate ranks, but it just leaves them so drained and uninspired, and they just don't know what to do next. That's my ideal customer. And they're really struggling because they make money, they pay their bills, but obviously they think that if they start an online business, they're going to have to forego that income from their corporate job. They're not going to do that. And what I offer is that you can start an automated business while you're doing everything else in your life. And because it's automated, the part that you have to do only takes me probably on average like 3 hours a day. So I've learned how to maximize my time though on the weekends so that I create all my weekly videos on the weekends and then have them scheduled on TikTok throughout the week. And it's a huge pressure reliever for me. All right. So I've given you a couple of tips that can help you with your existing business today. I hope this helps you at least look at your existing business and change your pricing, because that's an immediate win for you, where you can immediately start charging more for your time, your one-on-one time, and reach more people when you have that lower priced product that still delivers great value. And the second thing I've talked about is you need to know who your ideal customer is. If you don't know, please hook up with ChatGPT. Oh my goodness, I use it every day. ChatGPT. They have a free version. The AI can help you narrow down who your ideal customer is. You should use it. I did. I used it a ton. It helped me create hooks. It helped me create a CTA. It helped me create content. It helped me in so many different ways. There's so much more I could tell you, but I don't want to overwhelm you. This is really, I wanted this to be interactive so that I could answer some questions about your existing business and where your struggles are. I have an automated business that is running right now. It's running 24/7. So no matter what I am doing, it's always running in the background. And I don't even, when my customer wants to sign up for the class, the course, the program, the system, I don't even have to press a button. It's that automated. So they're never going to be waiting for me to press a button or to outreach them. If they wanted to sign up right now, they could easily do it. So what I wanted to show you is an example of what automations look like. So let me see if I can screen share. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with StreamYard, and then I'm going to also hold up TikTok so you can see my screen. Okay, 1 second. Okay, oops, hang on. Oh, too soon. All right. Okay, now, there you go. Can you see what you need to do? And here's an example of the automations, okay? So you need an automated program, and here is how you do that. Let me see if I can switch the screen around. There we go. My very messy desk. All right. So you start out at freedomdailypaybusiness.com. freedomdailypaybusiness.com. You put in your email. Okay. I don't know why my phone's doing that. You put in your email. For instance, I'll put in my email. Okay. And you press, obviously get my free blueprint. The blueprint tells you what you need to have in an automated system, which is really valuable. You should get that. And this is the very next screen you're going to see. So you are going to go with me and watch that video. Obviously, when my customers are ready to buy, all they do is press this, and now they're at another screen where they can check out the testimonials. So they have all this information. There's me. There's my dog Georgia. All right, there are more testimonials. I'm certified legacy builder, licensed reseller. So my customers see all this. And have I asked them to buy? No. So that's what I love about this, is because there's no pressure. So my customers will notice there are 4 different income streams. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they will see the different options. Launchpad shows them how to launch an online business. Passive Daily Pay shows them how to attract their ideal customer. Digital Mastery shows them how to create amazing content and so much more. And Legacy Builder shows you how to create your own program, and you get all the other programs as well. So my customers see that, they read everything, and when they're ready, they just click the button. Now, I have a plan for every budget. That's another thing that I love about this. So they can pay, depending on how many income streams they want, determines what they should buy. And I tell them flat out, I wouldn't buy the $100 one because they don't learn anything about attraction marketing, and they need that. So my ideal customer is going to just make a choice on how many income streams they want. And let's say they say, I want 4 income streams right out the bat. They click this button, takes them right to the payment portal, and they can click this button. Yes, it's $900, a one-time fee, and they only pay for the website, which is $39, I believe. Now, $39. And what's really great is there are no monthly fees. So, and there's also payment plans. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing, but I just wanted to show you the automations. My customers will go here, put in their email, they get a video, they watch a video which answers all their questions, they click this, and it brings them to how they can earn 100% profit, keep every dollar they make from a done-for-you digital business. And they just sign up. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. I just wanted to share that with you and talk about the automations. Does anybody think that automations would be a good thing? I don't know about you, but I love the fact that my customers do not have to wait for me to get in touch with them. They can purchase immediately and get access immediately and get the free training, because every week we have live trainings. So I love that. And every mentor that I've had, I've specifically chosen those courses because of the live mentoring, because I knew I would have questions and I didn't want to have to watch 100 videos in order to get the answer. I wanted to, depending on what the course was for, that's something I always look for. And this course had that. It's really a course and a system. So what I really love is that I don't have to pitch anybody, and the automations are there. Now they have to get it set up, but it's really just a matter of following the steps that are laid out step by step. So what I love about that is the automations, that I don't have to stress about the whole system. And I didn't have to create any of that, guys. Yes, I created the videos, and yes, I do the videos or the live streams, but I didn't have to create all of that tech that I just showed you. I didn't have to create the website, the email automations, the blueprint, which shows you, how you can, what to look for in a done-for-you business, which, by the way, you should pick that up, because I am offering that free today. It's, again, just go to freedomdailypaybusiness.com. But there's this one more thing I want to leave you with. Pete, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, you should subscribe, because I'm going to go live and offer more tips on how you can increase your existing business right now without buying anything. So that's what this live stream was about. And I'll be on again every couple of days. But if you're subscribed, you'll be notified when I go live. What I really love about this is I make sure everything I do is like rejection free. And I don't, especially with the automated program, I don't have to talk with anyone on the phone. I don't have to get rejected. They see everything that's available and they choose the path that they want. They choose how many income streams they want. So I don't have to sell them on anything, which I love. So make sure that you, whatever course or system you buy, I always look for, is there someone out there that is telling me how I can make money right now so that I can afford the course? And that's what my mentors have done. And that's what I do too. So right now, if you have a business, make sure you adjust your pricing, make sure you know who your ideal customer is. And in every video that you're just talking to your ideal customer. You don't want to talk to everybody, because not everybody is your ideal customer. Here's an example. If I talk to someone who has never been in corporate America or worked a job, and they're in their 20s and they just want to, have enough to, I don't know, whatever it is, to just go and travel, that's great. That's awesome. But that's not my ideal customer. My ideal customer has a family. They have dogs or cats. They have pets. They have adult responsibilities like a home or a mortgage or rent. They want money because want to make more money, more income streams, so that they can spend more time with their family. That is super important to my ideal customers. They've missed some family time and it's just soul crushing for them. So that's who I'm speaking to, or try to speak to in every video, to let them know that there's options out there for them. So I hope this helped you, because a lot of my ideal customers probably already have their own business that they've tried, but maybe they're not making enough money, or maybe they're tired of it being a service-based business, of following that service model, and they want to change to something else, but they don't know what that something else is. So that's really where I come in, just to let them know, hey, you have options. Dr. S, welcome. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to log off because I've been on this for a while. My name is Mary. Be sure you subscribe around this so that you will get notifications when I go live, because I'm going to offer a lot of help to get you going and get you started, and you don't have to buy anything. All right. So I hope you take care, and I'll see you in the next video.